Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking to you about Epic Books for Kids. This is a great website. So first of all, you're going to start by going to getepic.com. You can create your own account if you haven't already. For parents, there is a fee. You do get a 30-day free trial, but after that you start paying. Teachers and librarians, however, get to access Epic for free. So this is just a login page that it takes you to, and it shows you a little bit about Epic before you get started. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in since I do already have an account. When you log in, after you create an account, you will log in with your email and password that you create. And I'm going to hit sign in. Or if you are a student and your teacher gives you a class code, which you automatically get when you are an educator and have a class in Epic. So if I were a student, my teacher would give me the class code and I would enter it here. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in as an educator under my account. My apologies for the slow internet connection today. So this is what's going to pop up after you have already created your account. On the left, it shows some of your achievements that you can reach, and I just recently have become an EPIC certified teacher, so that's my accomplishments there. Also, it's going to show you how you can add students to your roster, give them directions to go to the website, and then also for them to enter the class code. You can try your first book, assign reading, create quizzes. And here's just a few extras at the bottom. Here's the reader pillar you can print out and put on your class wall just to show physical achievement. And then I also enjoy these resources through here. These helped me understand how to use Epic. I especially enjoyed the start guide and the full guide because this is an overwhelming website. There's so much content in here that you can use. Next, I'm going to show you the Explore button. This is what most of your students will probably be using. When you click this, this is what pops up. You can search books by genre or suggestions. So I've read other books already. It has some recommended for me, so I can click on these. You can click on popular books, read to me books, videos, instructional videos. Those are very student friendly. Funny books, quizzes. You can take quizzes that other teachers have made, and there's several other things you can look for. So it's kind of like, I've heard it referred to as the Netflix for children's books because it's set up similarly. We're in genres, recommendations, and then just several different categories. We can. It also has a continue reading. So if I've started reading a book, I can continue reading others like that. Videos, and just if you keep scrolling, it goes on and on with different categories there. Also, if you didn't want to look at any recommendations, if you had keywords, you could look those up in the search bar up here at the top that I'm showing you currently. So let's just type in sharks, and I will hit enter, and it's going to pop up different things that you can click on. And here it's going to pop up all kinds of books about sharks. You can sort them right here by, I apologize for the screen delays. It shows up by reader age. You can click on those, fiction, nonfiction books. And then you can also narrow it down to books, videos, however you would like to do that up top. I usually click all because it has a lot of great content there. So that's how you can browse for different books. Now I'm going to take you to a class roster. And this is what happens after you create a class roster. I've already created mine. It gives them a little avatar. They call those right there. And then parent guardian emails. You can enable home access to invite parents to see Epic. Like I said before, it does charge parents. Also, you can import Google Classroom. If you already have a class in Google Classroom, you can just import those students here so you don't have to do it by hand. I, however, did create mine individually. So you can just go to add student. You put their first name and their last name, their grade level, and that's how you add those student. When you do all of their information, a button that says add student will pop up right here, and you just add them, and it's super simple to do. You can also give them a PIN if you want their accounts to be private and not allow other students to log in for them. I haven't done that for my purposes, but feel free to do that as an educator. Next, I'm going to go to the top right and show you the activities button. And this is what pops up under your activity. So this is my class log. You can see here what students have read. You can see if they've completed it with this complete button. If they open a book and don't flip any pages, it'll show 0% that they haven't read it. Also, it shows how long they spent on each book. So if a student completed a book but only spent maybe a minute on it, you can tell, okay, maybe they really didn't read it. They just kind of flipped through it. Shows how many pages have been flipped, and also the date that it was accessed. You can sort by the date their achievements were earned on, or you can put the most recent first. Next, the student summary, which is right here. It shows what students have done what. So it shows how many books they finished, how many hours they've read, and when it was accessed. I haven't done anything with my students yet, therefore it doesn't show that they have finished any books yet. Next, I'm going to show you my assignments and collections. So I have several libraries. You can create libraries in Epic, which I enjoy doing. I've grouped mine. You can create whichever category, call it whatever you would like. I have an English language arts library, a fiction library, and a history library, which I really enjoy it. And you can assign these libraries to your students. I've only assigned this one history library, and that's why it shows all of my others as having 0 profiles assigned versus this one that has 28 students assigned. And the last one on the activities are the quizzes. You can create quizzes with 4 books. And I have published and created all these quizzes. It shows what students have taken, their scores, and the date. Now I'm going to click on my teacher icon up here in the top right. I'm going to go, you can do your account settings, mailbox if a student sends you anything, student login, and your sign out. So I'm going to go to my library. And these are my different libraries I've created. It has age ranges from the books, and then just an example of one of my libraries are English and language arts. So I can click on those, and it shows me the different books in my library. I can click on those, and I can share these with my students. I can assign the library to my students. All I would have to do is click assign, and I can select which students I would like to share that with. I can share it with one or all of them. It depends just solely on what the teacher needs to share those for. Also, here's your class code up here in the top right. That is going to show what, this is what the code that the students will put in when it shows a student login access code. That's what I showed you at the beginning of the video. And then I will show you also how to add a book to your library. So let's just say we wanted to look at a book about history. Just a basic example just to show you here today. All right, and here it shows some history books. So if I wanted to click on this, a picture book of Martin Luther King Jr., I would just click on the book. Momentarily it'll show up. And then it shows the page, the introduction page, the age range, how long it should take to read it, AR level, etc. And then all you do is you move your mouse to the side of the page, and you just click to flip the pages, and you have a book right before you. You can project it on the screen. You can send them to students, however you would like to do that. And if I decide I want to add this to my library, I'm going to go up here and click this button in the top left. You can create a new collection or add it to a pre-existing one. So I'm going to click History Books and click Add, and that automatically adds it to your library for you. And it will show this little picture down here at the bottom right. Also, you can create quizzes. Sometimes there are quizzes that other teachers have created you can use, but all you have to do is type your quiz title, and you can add your questions. Then you can publish the quiz or take the quiz yourself. So those are a few helpful things that I have found as I've gone through this program. Also, you can add this book to favorites. You can share with community recommendations, etc. I'm going to, I can get the book to exit out. And that is pretty much how Epic works. And I hope this has been very informational for you. And thanks for listening.